Hey everyone, Mike here with Musio. So let's try doing a mock-up of a famous classical piece of music. One of my favorite pieces is the Rachmaninoff Second Piano Concerto. And let's have right at it. I'm going to have the score over here on this stand. And then down below, I'll kind of show you the actual notation score so you can follow along. I'm playing from, which is basically an orchestral reduction. You have the piano part, and then you have the orchestra part. The orchestration, we're going to try to just use our ear since I'm not working with the full score. We're going to get as close as possible. Yeah, here we go. All right, so the first thing that starts this piece, if you're familiar with it, if you're a super classical nerd, you'll know that the first movement ends in C minor. And there's this beautiful strings transitional period. It's about 4 bars long. And Sergei goes from C minor to E major, and he does this very elegant modulation. So let's pull up some ensemble strings to start off here. We'll go with just the old Cinestrings, Cinesymphony. All right, so our piano hasn't started yet. This is kind of given our pianist a break after a raucous first movement. So we'll start off really quiet and take a listen to how he modulates from C minor to E major, which are very, this is C minor. He goes from C minor to E major, very far apart. All right, here we go. And for this, we don't need click. We're going to just we're going to wing it. We're going to use our musical sensibilities and rubatos and stuff. Here we go. Okay. I only have a 61 key keyboard here, so I'll have to bring this E down manually. There's actually a low E in the basses there. All right. Now, very important, we need to have our dynamics going. We didn't do any of that. It starts off in pianissimo, and then it crescendos to a forte on beat 3 of bar 3. All right. There, if I remember from the recording, there's actually there's a French horn. I mean, there's brass that come in at that point. I thought we would just have. Let's just load up this guy. This is the 6 French horn ensemble. I didn't download it yet. There it comes. And this we're going to just add to help emphasize that bar 3. We're going to get to the piano in a second. It's actually right at the downbeat of the E major is when the piano enters, but we'll get there. Okay. Very nice. I know that the brass or the trombones are probably coming in there and stuff, but Why don't we move on for the sake of keeping this thing speedy moving along. Now we need the piano. Let's search for piano. So we have a few pianos here. I think I'm going to go with Cinepiano. This is the one that we recorded at the MGM stage. But we have 4 different types. We got studio, cinematic, classical, and a rock studio grand. I think we'll skip that one for now. That actually might be good for like the 3rd movement. But let's load up the studio, and let's load up the classical, and let's choose one of these. Let's see. Okay, that's the studio, and then we have, oh, that one's really nice too, but it's kind of soft, and I'm worried that like once we've added all the orchestration, it's not going to cut through. I think if it was a standalone, I would use the classical, but let's stick to the studio for now, and we'll adjust the velocities as we go here. Okay, now here comes. Let's see if I can remember how to play this thing. We're just gonna play it in, no click. Now, when it starts, it's the concerto. You're actually the accompaniment to the orchestra. It's actually the opposite. Usually, the orchestra is the accompaniment to the pianist, but for the 2nd movement, it starts off the other way around. So, let's go. Whoops. Okay. Shh. Don't pay attention. Oh God, I'm like holding my breath. I'm so nervous. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna punch in right about here. This is actually where the page turn is, and great. Now, I think we're going to add just a tad more reverb so it sounds more distant and romantic. Okay. Now, what comes in first here is a lone flute. So let's pull up just your regular flute with we'll do with vibrato, so there's some expression there. Ah, good, good, good. Okay, so now this is the key. If normally there'd be a human being playing this other part, and you can kind of like look them in the eye, and you can perform together, and you can, be accompany one another. But I don't have that, so I have to look at the MIDI. That's instead of looking in the eyes, we're going to look at the MIDI data. Good. Now, at that point, a clarinet enters to play that part. So let's pull up a clarinet. We'll just do a standard. This one, because it's solo, normally clarinet, I don't like to have too much vibrato. They usually play with more of a straight tone if you're doing film music, but this is not film music. So we'll have them play a little bit of vibrato, and that's... So let's do that. So clarinet will play the melody. This is the melody that everyone knows from the pop song. All right, here we go. Good, good, good. This melody should come out. That's where the piano kind of takes over. So we'll bring that all out. Let's hear that. A little less. Yeah, that works. Now, there's actually some strings that perform here, so I'll bring those in. It's very subtle. It starts around bar, gosh, what is that? 20. Well, it doesn't matter here. I don't have bar numbers. So let's do. Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm going to just keep going with the rest of the strings. They're mostly sort of mid-range violas, low violins. Here we go. It starts with the flute entrance. So, or actually, yeah. Yes, here we go. There should be a clarinet here. Okay, good. Let's add more of a diminuendo on the end of that one. All right, good. Now we need the other clarinet melody, which comes in here. I don't know why I'm doing vibrato on the keyboard, but okay, bar 30. So you got to really lock it in, otherwise it doesn't sound good. It's tough because the piano's playing 3 and the melody is playing 2. It's 3 against 2. But it's really got to... Makes you appreciate real musicians. Well, the flute comes in up here. Okay. Here we go. Okay, that's... Good. Yeah. It should be just... where's my piano part? It's... Yep. Okay. Well, I think we're feeling pretty good here. I mean, this is the basic idea. I probably would want to look at an orchestra score just to double check everything. But here's how it came out. I think as I go here, I might just tweak some MIDI notes as we listen. Horn line. flute comes in. Cool. And then it goes on and the orchestra plays the accompaniment and the piano comes in with the melody. But I think that's enough for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.